What's going on? It's early August of 2021 down here in the lab. I had some thoughts, but I was going through some beats and I found this one. And this beat, what I recall, I was going through a phase. And I think it was the late 90s. Yes, this beat is over 20 years old. I was going through a phase. This was when we had mp3.com. A lot of us had our sites, had our own. It was like being a part of a label. And I did a first album. I would like to say the second, maybe third album. Second album, I put out like 20 something albums. But the second one, instrumental album, it was called Trip With Me. Like I was tripping, like I had a lot of trippy beats. And this, what comes to mind is it wasn't just the sounds, the instruments, which I'll tell you, Miles Davis Sanctuary from the Bitches Brew album. It wasn't just those, the keys and all those sounds. It was also the way I set the drums up. It's a not very conventional drum pattern. Again, I was tripping. It was trippy to me. So I did an album full of beats like that I either already had or that I created. My point. I remember there was it was like a seminar Black 45 had put together with different speakers. One was a lawyer. I don't remember his name. It's not that I'm not trying to put him on blast. I honestly don't remember his name. But there was a lawyer. And if I'm not mistaken, he was Prince Poe's lawyer. But I don't remember his name. But he came to Newark down at the Globe, African Globe, the second floor spot that Kaboo had. And he spoke to us. He was giving us, it was almost like, I don't know if he was, featured as far as was he getting paid to be featured. But we just went and we sat and heard him talk. It might have been him just talking to us because he wanted to give us information. But what I remember, he said he used to roll with a guy. I don't remember the guy's name, whether his name was Jim, George, whatever. I'm just going to say his name is George, but I don't remember his name. But George ran with Russell Simmons. He was like Russell's assistant. And he said he ran, he was a dude from Queens, that is the lawyer. Him and his friends got on with this guy, George, if that was his name. And I'll never forget when he said they lost Def Poetry Jam, I think it was. Def Poetry, whatever that show they had, they didn't do it anymore. And the lawyer said, because you may notice, I don't usually get too extra language, like dropping cussing and carrying on these, because I know who watches, and I'll say some shit, but I don't usually say a whole lot. But I'm quoting the lawyer and what the lawyer heard from the guy George, who was an assistant to Russell. When the lawyer said, "Hey, what's up? I know that show is over, but can you hook me up? Can you give me a job?" He said the guy who was the assistant to Russell told him, "I ain't giving you shit. What the fuck do I look like? You know what you need to do? You need to come to me with an idea that I can take to Russell. And then when Russell makes it something, like whether it was Def Poetry Jam or Def Comedy Jam, when Russell makes it into a big show of some type of piece, then I'll give you a job." So the lawyer told us, what, he was right. In order for me, if I wanted to get a job, I had to give my idea to someone else. And I thought, number one, I don't know, maybe I've been in my Newark, too much of a brick city state of mind. First, number one, you let this guy talk to you like that? And that's what I'm like, nah, you don't. He says, "No, hell, fuck you, I ain't giving you no job." He talked to you like that? Like your parent probably wouldn't talk to you like that, because your parent will give you a respect, because you give your parent respect. This guy isn't your father. How you let him talk to you like that? That's the first thing that came to my mind. Second thing was, I was thinking about how people do almost anything trying to be successful. They'll let anybody talk to them. They'll do whatever. They'll come up with an idea and give the idea to somebody else, and not even this guy George or whatever his name was. Russell gets all the credit, and the lawyer would have given him the idea, and he wouldn't have gotten anything. After everything was successful, he might have gotten a job. So I say that to say, to all of us, let me get the background, to all of us that got our little equipment in the basement, all of us that got our equipment in our side den room that we don't want to convert into a second bedroom because we don't want anybody to camp out at our place. To all of us who are doing this, and you've been doing this for 20, 30 years, and you never got a deal. You don't have millions of dollars, but you can see certain artists who are not even catching Ubers. They're catching rides all over while you got your car or your two cars. And whether you're paying rent or whether you're paying mortgage, you got more than what they got because you didn't give your ideas to somebody else. Keep that in mind. To all of us who are older and thinking, man, I could have been big back in the day. You're big right now. And a lot of folks back in the day aren't. And to all of you all who are younger coming up, which I don't see a lot of people coming up, but all of you who are younger coming up and you have your skills, whether it be your beats, your rhymes, your vocals singing, your guitar playing, your keyboard playing, your drumming, all of you have your skills. Don't just give in for free because you think you want to be rich. You're already rich. Protect your skill. Speaking easy with the coach. Peace.